We're not ready.
But we've been sitting here all this time.
We've been sitting here all this time, and we're
we
not
didn't
ready.
Even recognize that the microphones were way up in the air.
Yes,
Oh,
truly,
boy.
truly, truly, truly. The real you loves you because the real you
Is love.
Welcome everyone to this this episode of Truly Live, your weekly talk show with yours truly, co-host Oliver and
Yolanda.
we're so happy to be here tonight. And it has been a beautiful, beautiful week here in the state of North Carolina. We've had some summer-like weather, and but there's some cold weather on the way, but we're ready for it, aren't we, baby?
Yes, we are.
All right. Well, just like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. And as always, we would like to acknowledge our patrons that are in the house with us tonight. And we see that Carol and Bob is already.
Hello, Carol and Bob.
They've already got their desired beverage and comfortable seat, and they have probably got their pad and pencil with them too, don't they?
Yes, they probably do.
Yeah. And so we send you greetings up to we send greetings and blessings up to Indiana. Thank you, Sandra Ortiz, for being in the house with us tonight. And we are grateful that you are here with us. And so if you're out there and you are dialed in to one of these digital communities, whether it be Facebook Live or Twitter or YouTube, how about going to the chat? Well, first of all, how about sharing this broadcast? And on YouTube, you can also, we want you to subscribe and like. And this is the way that we're able to expand this broadcast and our message of transformation around the world. That's our goal.
Yes.
No limits, right?
No
limits. So if you're out there, just use the chat or the comment field and just let us know your name and where you tuning in from.
What state?
What
or
state you're
if
from?
you are in a
Yeah.
different country, by all means, let us know that.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
All right. Also like to acknowledge Diane Harrison Rogers,
Hello, Diane, dear.
who's dialed in with us tonight on Facebook. Thank you, Diane. But I'm excited.
Carol said that she and Bob. She said yes. Let's put them up here. She said yes. We have our paper and pencil ready for lots of aha wisdoms.
All right.
Outstanding.
Oh,
my goodness! Look at here. It's one of our dearest friends. Hello, Sue.
Hey, Sue. Welcome, Sue.
So glad that you're with us.
Thank you for
tonight.
joining us.
Yes.
Yeah, there's going to be a few aha moments tonight. We have an outstanding subject matter that we're going to unpack tonight. And uh, let me do this, Yolanda. How about let me
Okay.
do this?
Okay. Okay.
So let me do this for our audience. So if you see the light bulb come up tonight, that is going to be a truly live aha moment.
Hold on 1 second,
All right.
Oliver. Hold on. Uh-oh. All right. And Better for You is on. Hello. Oh, that's Felicia from Greensboro. Hello,
Oh, hey,
Felicia.
Felicia. Uh, Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes. Yes. Very good to have you.
Yes.
All right.
Well, we're going to take it slow here at the beginning, allow others to get in. But welcome to, again, episode 16 of Truly Live. And
We're taking it slow.
yeah, taking it slow and easy.
Oh, okay.
Well, we got Thanksgiving coming up next week, and I'm sure all of our audience, all of the viewers, have their plans in place, and hopefully everyone going to be able to have some downtime and spend some quality time with those who are close to you and those who you love dearly. So I know our plans are somewhat complete, and we're looking forward to being with family. And is this the grandson's first Thanksgiving or his second?
This is the second
Okay. Well,
Thanksgiving.
yeah. Well, I believe he's going to remember this one more than he did last year when he was only about 5 months
I
old.
think we're going to
We're
remember this
probably going
one
to remember.
more than he
Yes.
did,
Yeah.
since we're so fascinated with him.
So we're excited about the fact that the holiday season is upon us, and we have so much to be thankful for.
Yes.
And so it's a great time of the year for us, and we're just excited. We're excited for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm resting my wrist as much as possible, considering all the things that I have to do. And so today I did a little practice,
Yes.
and I prepared a light meal for
Yes.
us.
And she's already told me she's going to need
A little more.
my assistance a little more than what
Yeah.
I contributed in the past because of her um, her wrist is going through a recovery stage. So whatever you
It's
need,
going.
baby.
It's just resting. I'm resting. I'm resting the wrist.
What,
And so,
whatever you need.
okay.
I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there.
Oh,
Just call my name, baby, and I'll be there. All right.
Oliver,
Yeah.
people. Oh.
All right.
Hey guys, I get these little serenades like this all the time.
Yes, that's my creative power. Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you so much. If
Okay.
this is your first time being with
Let's see
us,
who's
Truly Live is a weekly talk show that was created by Yolanda and I, and it is our goal to be a space of information, inspiration, transformation, and empowerment. And it is our goal to help others to get clarity about um, your the real you.
Yes.
We know it's so important because it was critical in our life when we got a much more clarity about the reality of who we are, our identity. Life became so much better.
Yes.
And so it is our goal in these broadcasts is to help all those that listen, all the listeners, to get deeper clarity on your true identity, your true self, which we call the real you, which loves you.
Yes.
And we also these broadcasts are designed to help you to consider um, getting results that matters to you, and because we're always in the results. We're always into results, and our results are what we're experiencing in every moment.
Yes.
But we found out that we can master our results and master the moments and change the moments.
Absolutely.
And so that's why we have chosen to be out here every Friday night at 7 o'clock as your transformational guides, coaches, and we teach transformation. because it is through that process of becoming aware of the reality of who we are and how to uh, master the skill of creating, life gets happier, sweeter. Oh my God.
Have you already started
I
the
think I
program?
have.
Because I don't think that we finished greeting our
No.
doing our acknowledgments.
Okay.
So special shout out to our Patreon, our
Yes.
patrons,
Yes. Yes.
and
Thank all the patrons
yes,
who
thank you
have
all so
signed up
much.
for us. And if you're out there and you're not a patron yet, you ought to consider becoming a patron. Basically, that means you partner with us to help create this content that goes around the world. And we also want to special shout out to Justin Blue, who not only became a patron since our last broadcast,
Well, actually, he did it long beforehand, but
what I mean officially,
had all kinds of issues. But
officially,
yeah, yeah,
but Justin became a patron of our show. But also of greater value to us is the fact that he's our program and our technical consultant
yes,
for Truly Live. Without Justin Blue, our youngest son, we would not be sounding as good as we are, looking as good as we are, and appearing to having it all worked out.
he is an incredibly talented and patient um, individual,
Son, yes,
young man, and I
yes, very gifted.
and I so appreciate him because we take him through the paces. I mean,
Yes, yes, and he's been really working with us.
yeah.
Uh, because we have a target date of the first Friday in December. We're going to be broadcasting from our new
which
studio.
which Oliver tried to move up to
I
tonight.
wanted to do it tonight,
He
y'all,
sure did.
but everything is not quite in place. We're
No,
about
it's not.
60% completed.
You said 60% last week, and
Mhm.
we have more things. So
Yeah,
you got to change your percentage.
maybe 65 because we still got two more sets to
Oh, you mean for the
for
entire
completion.
studio?
Yes,
Okay,
we
okay.
we got one set ready to go.
We don't have one set ready to
Yes, we
go.
do,
Okay.
and we got two more sets to outfit, and we'll have it completed. But it's a work in progress.
Okay.
And but we're so excited. You're gonna like, it's gonna create even better um, environment for us to communicate and to share with you guys. And we're so happy. We're so grateful.
So
We're
our
excited.
new studio, Suax, where's the new studio? It's
It's on the
upstairs.
second floor. It's
Yeah,
upstairs.
it's
Yes,
upstairs.
it's a combination of a studio and offices
Mhm.
because we moved our offices in there into one room. So everything with Truly Live, with Truly OB, which is our personal development business, is all in one room now. We had it scattered out throughout the house in about four rooms.
Well, that's because you changed, the four bedrooms to
Two offices,
three offices
three
in the
offices.
house.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
but at any rate,
yeah.
um, Carol and Bob said patience, grasshopper.
Oh, absolutely. But we're gonna maintain this studio downstairs just the way it is. So
Yeah.
we'll be
Well,
every
I mean, we'll do some things,
yeah.
but
So every
yeah,
now and then we'll still be back down here, which we
absolutely.
love this spot.
Yes.
So anyway, just some excitement.
This is a cozy.
It's a cozy
This is a
spot.
little
Yeah.
cozy one, yeah.
But we're excited, and we created that buzz. We the one created that buzz. So
Okay.
that's kind of also a segue into what we're going to be talking about tonight.
Okay.
So we also want to give a shout out tonight to Tracy Williams. Tracy Williams is a friend of ours, and she supports what we're doing. And
Hi, Tracy, and thank you so much.
hi, Tracy, and thank you so much. And we just want to give her a special shout out tonight.
And so I also have to do we're going to do a special shout out for Oliver's mom. Okay. So
Yes.
she's always watching, and I'm so proud of her because, she gets on, she's doing her technical stuff. I'm just proud of her. But last week, she actually chatted. She did a comment, and because we were trying to do Instagram live, we didn't get to see her response. So we're gonna do our shout out to Grandma Blue.
Yes. Hey, mother.
Thank you so much for your support. She is absolutely amazing.
Absolutely.
I'm doing a shout out to my dad, who is not watching, of course, but I'm doing a shout out for my dad.
Yeah, and we also want to shout out to the Kessler family and the Cornerstone community.
Yes.
So we one of our dear friends transitioned, and so we just hold that family up tonight.
We hold the energy of
The energy of
grace
grace and peace
and
for Brother
uh,
Kessler.
comfort,
Yes,
and that all things that are needed and required are addressed. So
absolutely.
yes, we do.
So thank you so much. So we're going to move on to our next segment, which we always like
Uh
to
oh.
start our episodes out by getting into the field of gratitude. And tonight's not going to be any different. We always start with gratitude. And gratitude basically means that we are thankful for all, for everything, every experience. We're just thankful for life itself. And so to be here and to be able to be an expressed being in 2021 is is amazing. This is just probably the most dynamic time in the history of the world, and we're here, and our timing is perfect. And so we're grateful for that moment, and we're grateful that you're in this space with us. So if you're out there and you grateful and happy about something, how about just put it in the chat? Tell us what you are happy and grateful about or for.
Absolutely. How about you? What are you? Why don't you tell us one thing that you're happy and grateful for?
Um, I'm really happy and grateful for the opportunities and the doors that continue to open up to allow us to have our expression um, of love and our voice of transformation in the world, because we know that it's much needed now. And so as we continue to um, have the desire to to serve humanity in this way, in this special way, or this is our expression, I'm grateful for it. I don't take it for granted. I don't take it for granted. And so to be able to physically do it, mentally do it, financially do it, um, I am so happy and grateful for that.
I
Yes.
concur.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So if you would like to share in the chat or in the comment one thing that you're happy and grateful for, just go ahead and share it with us.
Carol and Bob are grateful for a beautiful life and for every beautiful day.
All right.
I love the beauty myself,
Yes.
Carol.
Yes.
And we have had some beautiful fall leaves.
Oh my goodness.
Had a
Yes,
little
the color.
wind, had a little wind that kind of blew some things down, but wow, we've had some absolutely beautiful days. The past 2 days have been very, very warm and just incredibly, it's been gorgeous. We have beautiful Carolina blue skies.
Okay.
So,
Well, we feel you out there, Diane. We know you're traveling, and we actually look forward
yeah.
to chatting with you on tomorrow night.
Sue
But
says
she's listening in.
yes, and we appreciate that. Sue says she's grateful for her 160,000-mile checkup on her Subaru. Woohoo! Running like a brand new car. I'm grateful for the mechanic and the owner of the maintenance shop. Yes,
All right.
yes, yes.
Nothing like a reliable mechanic, is it?
And there's nothing like a reliable vehicle.
And there's nothing
Yeah,
like a reliable vehicle. So we understand what you're saying, Sue.
absolutely. So
All
thank you
right.
guys for sharing that. And
Thank you for sharing.
all right. See how proficient I'm getting with my using my
Yeah,
left hand?
you're getting really good
Oh,
at it.
here's Jill. Thank you, Jill, for keeping us updated. Jill said she's grateful for what life teaches me. Another great one. Outstanding. Outstanding. Yes.
Absolutely.
There are some wonderful lessons. Um,
Yes.
and just wonderful insights and increasing our awareness that happens.
Yeah,
So
we
that's great.
mentioned a few episodes ago that when we become open, we find that there's a teacher on every corner.
Oh, absolutely.
And that teacher is life.
Absolutely.
Life is our teacher.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, we're going to move on to our next segment. And tonight's inspiration and encouragement quote is coming from one of the most dynamic resources that Yolanda and I have experienced over our 30 plus years of studying and practicing transformation. And the quote comes from uh, it comes from a resource. It actually comes from a book
Mhm.
that came into our space back in 2015, and it's been such a blessing to us.
Yes,
And so, do you want to read the quote?
I most certainly
Okay,
will.
go ahead.
Quote, "The truth is, you have been a master all along. You cannot help but be one, for you are constantly creating your experience. You are free now to create differently." This is from the book, The Way of Mastery. This is in lesson 35, page number 416.
Wow, that quote is packed with so much truth. I don't even know where to begin. But it says that the truth is that we have been masters all along, whether we known it or not. We're all a masters. You cannot help but to be one, for you are constantly creating your experience. And we have mentioned this in many previous lessons that we don't have a choice in the matter when it comes to creating. We are creative beings. We are our very nature is to create, and we cannot not choose to create because
Yes.
that's what we are always doing, and we are always getting results from our creations.
Yes.
And so that's very, very profound insight, and we're going to get into that more tonight because we're going to be actually unpacking the subject tonight of uh, uh, mastery and being a master of life, and how when we embrace the reality and the responsibility that that's what we are and that's who we are, then we can start making different decisions in service to the thing that we desire, the thing that we love. And
Absolutely.
so again, so our featured book tonight, we always like to feature a book each week. So our featured book tonight,
I brought mine since it's in better condition than
yeah, well,
yours.
I use mine.
I use mine
Uh,
too, but
but the
see,
featured book
see, we
tonight,
we both have
we both
one.
have one. The featured book tonight is The Way of Mastery. And this book uh, is held by the foundation that's called, a foundation holds the rights to this book. It's called Shante Christo. The author don't take credit.
The author doesn't take
The author doesn't
credit.
take credit because he
Credit.
said the information that came through him was divine information.
Yes.
And so this is an amazing book of wisdom and really helpful to. Remember, we mentioned last week that one of the ways that we can renew our mind, change our paradigms, is by doing and participating in some inspired reading. And if you're looking for some advanced, inspired reading, I highly recommend you putting this book um, in your inventory
Mhm.
because it is very, very inspiring, and it is filled and chalked with wisdom that has caused us to grow leaps and bounds since
Yes.
we picked this book up back in 2015.
Yes.
In fact, it was this particular book that really inspired me to start taking a lot of action on dreams and desires that were in my heart. And it really kickstarted me to put things into gear. And we're here tonight as a result
Yes.
of some of the action we took back in 2015. And so, highly recommend The Way of Mastery. It's a great read, and you should have it in your inventory. Okay,
All right.
so we're gonna move on. And how are we doing on time, dear?
We're doing good.
We're doing good. We're going to move on to our truly life lesson for tonight. And for those that are regular with us, that is kind of the main uh, that's the main message that we prepare to bring to our viewers. And because we, as coaches, And Yolanda and I, spent 3 to 4 years getting certified as coaches, and getting a tremendous amount of in-depth training in the principles of transformation, because life itself is a principle. Everything operates off principle, and meaning that they're unchanging and they are timeless, right? They're universal. They are not respecters of peoples or places or things, or um, they're not respective of time. The principles that we teach here, the transformational principles that we teach on Truly Live, are truly universal, and they work, and they have been working from the beginning of time. And so it's our goal is to share principles that are able to help you to transform your life, and for you to get results, different results, if you don't like the ones that you're getting.
Yes.
Because again, we embrace the reality that everything that we experience in life, we're the creators of it, and we're
Yes.
responsible for it.
Yes.
And there was a time in our life, early in our relationship, where we came to a point where we decided that we didn't really know what we needed to know, and so we was willing to attempt to empty ourselves, or to give up what we had learned over the years that was not benefiting us.
So actually there really wasn't even a giving up. What happened was there was an
That
acknowledgement
was an
that
acknowledgement.
what we knew was not going to sustain us and move us in the direction that we were wanting to go. So what we did was we decided that we would be open to whatever possibility was out
All
there
the
for us.
possibilities.
That's right, to all
that
of
was
it.
right.
We were not going to just limit ourselves to what it was that we had known. So there was not a necessarily so much of a giving up. It's just that, once we found some other things,
We were willing to exchange,
yeah.
what we knew for something that.
So and
That's
and the
right.
information that we had helped us.
Absolutely.
It
that
helped us to get to
it
that
helped
point.
us to that point.
So
And
there's a scripture in sacred there's a writing in sacred scripture that says, "Don't despise the day of small
don't
things."
despise the Savior.
So that
That's right.
means that everything can be beneficial for us.
Oh, absolutely. And we embrace the idea that every experience that we have ever had
Yes.
was a part of our maturity, a part of our growth, and a part of our development.
Wow,
And
that
has
made a lot of noise.
Yeah, and it has gotten us to this very moment right
Yes.
here. Everything in our past has been used to bring us to this present moment. Everything in your life, every experience you've ever had, whether we deem it good or bad, it was instrumental in bringing you to a place, to this very moment.
Yes.
And you survived. We survived it all.
Yes.
And so now we have an opportunity in this present moment to expand our awareness, right? To be open to all the possibilities that life is offering us, individually, as a couple, and then collectively as a species on the planet. And so we bring openness to our learning. We bring openness to what we're sharing tonight. And tonight we're going to talk about a subject that actually there's a lot of information in the way of mastery that talks about the fact that we are indeed masters, sovereign masters, and that mastery really is a combination of knowledge and skill. So you attain knowledge and understanding, and then you take that knowledge and understanding, and through practice, you develop what highly effective skill sets. And life mastery is achieved through self mastery.
Mm.
I'm going to say that again. Life mastery is achieved through self mastery. And when we talk about self mastery, we're talking about coming into a knowledge or understanding or an awareness of who we are and how we function as a human being spirit, having soul, and having access to the physical world through our bodies. So how does that work? It works systematically. It works with structure. And likewise, all of the universe works very um, systematically and orderly. And when we gain knowledge of how that works, then we're able to work with or to flow with life uh, uh, versus working against the principles and the laws of life, which results in disappointment, pain, trauma, drama. And I can say this, that the trauma that we see in the world, it's a result of us working against principles. But the good that we see in the world is also the results of where someone or some group uh, is actually working with the laws that govern life, and it's bringing about beauty and love and health and healing, all of the good things that we see in life.
Mhm.
So, what we want to share tonight is uh, information about you and me, that we all are masters of life, whether we call ourselves a master or not, because we are getting exactly what we are creating.
Yes.
And that makes us a master. When you get exactly what you create, whether you like it or not, that makes you a master of creation.
Mhm. So Annie Sellers has joined us, and Jackie
Oh,
Stinson
Jackie.
as well.
Yeah.
So thank you
Well, hello,
guys for joining.
Annie, and hello, Jackie. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes.
So, anyway, where you want to take this conversation? I'm full.
Well, okay. So my thinking was that we talk about, we've got the holidays coming up, and
Absolutely.
there are a number of things that, traditionally happen. There are patterns that we have, and, some of those we have decided either that it's good or it's bad. And I kind of want to talk about how we can um, make certain that we have the type of experience that we want to have.
Okay. So, navigating our holiday season based on these principles that we're talking
Mhm.
about, so that we can what, have a different experience,
So that
or
we
have the experience that we
have the
choose to
experience
have.
that we choose to have.
Right.
Because we're going to be doing all kinds of things. We're going to be interacting with people that we love and want to interact with.
Yes.
And that interaction, like I said, can be, however it is that we've deemed it, whether it's going to be good or bad. We've decided that. But then we'll be interacting with people that we don't necessarily, that's not our choice. We're going to be out,
Yes.
doing some things. Um, and there can be experience from that as well. So, what is it that is going to determine, how we get through that?
And just like we said earlier, we have to recognize the fact that our decisions is what determines our experience. And every experience that we have ever had, those experiences have come from decisions that we have made.
Yes.
That's what makes us a master.
So it is our thinking.
And our decisions are coming from what?
Our
Our
thinking
thinking. And we talked about
that comes, and that develops our perceptions,
those is
our beliefs,
absolutely.
and these are the things that are driving the results that we're getting.
These are the things that are driving the results we're getting. We talked earlier about the conditioned self, um, which creates thought patterns that don't serve our best interests. And we also talked about the reality that we have the ability to decide in advance what we would love.
Mhm.
And so it's critical that we embrace these. There's a scripture in Genesis. There's two scriptures in Genesis that talks about our creation,
Yes.
mankind. And twice in Genesis 1, it says that we were created in the image of the Creator, in His imagination, in His likeness, in His kindness. And it also says that in that creation was given to us to have dominion over the earth, to have the dominion over everything on the earth. And so that what that means to us and what we have learned is that everything that has happened on the planet since mankind has been on the planet, it has happened because mankind has allowed it to happen, whether it be good or bad, because dominion has been given unto us over everything on the earth. Fowls of the air, what crawls, what flies, what's in the ocean, what's in the sky, anything that happens on this earth, it has happened because mankind, we collectively as a species, we have created those experiences. We've created it.
Yes.
And so in transformation, one of the key things that we have learned that we have to embrace as universal, unchanging, a principle that doesn't change, is that we have the authority and we have the supreme sovereignty over what we experience because of our decisions. Yeah. We talked last week about the quote where uh, Viktor Frankl said that between stimulus and response, there's a space. And in that space lies our freedom to do what?
Choose.
Our freedom to choose.
Yes.
That's one thing that can never be taken from any of us. And that is our freedom to choose. Okay? And that freedom is only the freedom to choose for ourselves. That's where the freedom lies. Sometimes we think, a lot of time we get in trouble, or we see a lot of trouble in the world because we think that we have the freedom to choose for others. But reality is that freedom, that authority, that sovereignty is the freedom for you as an individual to choose what you experience and how you experience it.
Yes.
Okay, we may not be able to set the environment if it's external, but we have a choice on how we experience anything that comes up in life.
That's right.
We have that choice.
And we know this as either reacting or responding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when we embrace this truth of our sovereignty, of our supreme knowing that we have full authority to decide and to choose for ourselves, that is the beginning of making critical changes in our life.
Yes.
I know it was for us because for a long time, I played the blame it game, the victim game, and thought that really my life was going to be determined by all of the external factors in the world.
So, so what does that mean? You were saying what? The things that were happening to you were happening to you as a result of what someone else,
Other people's decisions
had done.
That's right.
Someone
Other
else.
circumstances
Yeah.
and conditions. It was all based on what was happening in the outside, what was happening externally. But through the learning of transformation, we have learned that even everything that we see in the world is a reflection of what's in our minds.
It's a reflection of our mind.
Now, that's a big pill to swallow. That everything that we see, basically what we see in the world, is a reflection of our thinking. Because you can take two people, we already know this, you can take two people and have them to observe
yeah,
the same
event
or incident, and you will get two different You will get two different responses,
two different perspectives.
two different perspectives,
Yeah.
two different perceptions. Two different storylines. Why? Because it's based on their what conditioning,
their
their
thinking, their
thinking, their
beliefs,
belief
their
system.
feelings, the
That's right.
emotions that's involved with that,
Absolutely.
the judgment that they've already applied
That's right.
to that, be it from their teachings and conditionings,
Or learnings.
or what they have decided, they've deduced and accepted for themselves.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely. So what we're saying tonight is that we're all masters. We all have been getting, we all have been experiencing what we've been creating. But the good news is when we embrace and take full responsibility that that is the way it is and stop playing the victim role and the blame it game and embrace the reality that we are masters through our freedom to decide and choose rightly, then we can begin to map out a life that we would love
yes.
and begin to move in that direction and begin to have experiences that are in alignment with our soul purpose, have experiences that make us happy, have
In
experience.
alignment with our desires,
Oh yeah, in alignment with our desires.
in alignment with our dream.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And but the key to all of that is acknowledging the fact that there is a presence, there is a there is a presence and a power that we are connected to, that knows all things, sources all things, and is for our evolution, for our good evolution. The universe is friendly that we live in. When we embrace the reality that life is friendly, life is good.
And you only mean, so when you say evolution, you only mean
Our growth, our maturity,
development. Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
When we realize and really embrace this, but it will take looking beyond what the world teaches us. It will take looking beyond what our experiences have been, and you and me and any person making a decision to seek for light, to seek for truth, right? And truth comes in many different forms, but to seek for our true identity, our true reality as being spiritual beings, and that we're all connected to the one source, the one mind, the one universe that knows all things. But again, realizing that it works in a particular way. And what we have to do is be willing to learn, to be open to learn the way that life wants to express itself and to teach us how to use our mastery so that we can express ourselves, show up in the way, show up in the world the way that we want to show up as loving beings, which is what we are, and be a full expression of that. And Yolanda and I are continuing to experience the reality of these principles that are true and universal. And for anyone, it has nothing to do with external circumstances. It has nothing to do with race or religion or political affiliation or any history. This is our time. This is our hour. And life wants to express through us in this moment in a specific way. And when we turn to life, which is all of us have access to that, this the wisdom of life. When we turn away from what has caused us to be disappointed and what has caused us to be traumatized, and look for the wisdom that is here for all of us, it will speak back to us. It will begin to teach us. All of us have this inner guide within us. All of us have this spirit that we are. It's within us. None of us is without that. We see people in life that have fallen on hard times or just, and we see not only individuals, but we see groups of people. We see nations of people. I mean, you can look around, you can see all kinds of signs that people are traumatized and that something is not working right. There's something has gone wrong. But at the same time, what's available to all of us is that wisdom and that knowledge and that understanding, that presence of our creator, of that one life, the one creator, the one God. It's available to all of us. And when we begin to seek that kingdom mindset, I guess you won't say kingdom meaning dominion, king's dominion, or the king's domain. And when we look at our individual self, we are the king of our own domain, our personal domain. What we are living in, what we are experiencing is all a result of our decisions. Mm-hmm. And it's all a result of what we have thought and what we have envisioned. And so we're here to say, if the results that we are getting are not to our liking, we have the mastery and the ability and the authority to change all that.
Yes.
And so that's why Yolanda and Oliver is here every Friday night to teach these transformational principles, so that not only we grow in our experience, because it's infinite, it's endless, but we want all humanity to grow and to have the life expression that that you were brought here for. That's what this Truly Live is all about.
So a principle for change is the one that says that you cannot transcend what you first will not acknowledge. That's a principle that all of us can
that we've all experienced. Yeah.
Well, and, yes. And it's one of those. It is where we can also, we talked about this once before, that we think that when there are things that's not going the way that we want it to go, and if it's painful, that we want to avoid the pain.
Right.
But the answer is actually
is in the problem.
Is in the problem.
The answer is in the pain.
Yeah.
And
the only reason that it's pain or it's problem is because we have designated it.
We have designated it as a pain or problem. Yeah. But in reality, every experience is a lesson.
It is.
And every experience can help open us up to the solution that's in the seeming problem.
So every experience, you said, is a lesson. Every experience is.
There's a lesson in every experience.
Yeah. So every experience, yes. Every situation is an experience, is an energy of experience.
It's an energy of experience.
And so we assign what's going.
We assign the value
because we choose it
to the experience. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. We assign the value to the experience. And a lot of times, I know for us, until I understood this, we defined ourselves by the experiences we were having, mm-hmm. or the experiences that we won't have. But when you come to know that your identity as a eternal being, as an infinite spirit, as a perfect spirit created in the image of your creator, that's unchangeable. That's always intact. That's never tainted by our choices. That's never changed or altered by our wrong or bad decisions. That's always intact. But what needs to be renewed and upgraded and brought into alignment with that perfection that we are is this mind that we have.
It would certainly be beneficial.
It would certainly be beneficial.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. So the mind is not who we are, but it's what we have. It's a vehicle by which we engage spirit.
And when we encounter something that we have put the perception of bad or evil or not good on, well, when we because we created that, we can now, inquire. We can look on that, inquire, and decide to choose something
and
else.
Choose once again.
Yeah,
that's right. Because we've learned in transformation that there's nothing neither good nor bad. I think and make it so.
Yes.
There's nothing good or bad. It's just an experience. And if it's an experience that we don't desire, then we've been teaching here on Truly Live how to create experiences that you do desire by asking yourself the quality question:
Mhm.
what
What
would you
what would
love?
you love?
What would you love?
So years ago, there was this saying that and so many people jumped on board. It was Murphy's Law. Do you remember Murphy's
Yes,
Law? So whatever could go wrong was gonna go wrong.
was what was going to go
Okay.
wrong, and
So and I remember when that was coming, I was like, wow, we are really encouraging to have faith for wrong.
yeah, I mean, and that idea got into the mouths of a lot of humans.
Yeah.
I used to say it, Murphy's Law: whatever will go wrong,
Will go
will
wrong.
go wrong, but that created a negative pattern of thinking in me,
Yeah. Yeah.
which was not true.
And if you ever had the opportunity to observe someone who they were thinking this because they were constantly saying this,
Yes,
uh it never works out for me.
yes,
It's gonna, if something's gonna go bad, it's always gonna happen to me.
yes,
I never get a break.
right,
And and it's like, whoa.
yeah. And
say,
so
say
what?
something
And
else.
so what we do in those moments is we abdicate our uh, place of sovereign mastery. We abdicate that to a lie or a false belief that we're just creatures of uh, whatever life throws out,
Of
of
circumstance.
circumstances
Yeah.
and situations and conditions. And so that puts us in a state of being stuck. It puts us in a state of not a lot of hope, and it puts us in a situation where we make a decision to not to be proactive and not to live by intention, but to live by default.
Because we are creating even then,
Because we've created that scenario
and we're and still creating.
because of our thinking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But we're here tonight to tell each and every one of our viewers that you are not a victim. You are not a you are not a victim. You are not the que sera, whatever she'll be. Um, you are not stuck and can't do anything about it. You are the very creative power of life is flowing in you. That's who you really are.
I'm so glad that you got to
To what we
the
are.
positive
Yeah,
energy,
I know
because
you like that,
because
right?
I'm like all that negative energy. I'm like,
Yeah.
woo, wow.
Yeah. So
Jill, I agree with you. Okay, let's see. All right. I have not been paying attention to our chats here.
yeah, we also have Sheila Monroe that has joined us. Hi, Sheila. And also, we've already acknowledged Jackie and Annette and Diane. So
That's right.
thank you guys for joining in with us.
So you're absolutely right. She said we can choose how we experience everything. How wonderful is that? And that is so incredibly true.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Hold on here. It's my left hand. There we go. God wants to express through us. Very, very true. Sue says,
Set with the pain.
That's right.
Right.
That's
Because
right.
in the pain, in it is the solution, right?
Exactly.
And the solution
Exactly.
is a change of mind. Many
Exactly.
times, the solution to our trauma and drama and pain is just a change of mind, where we embrace a higher level of awareness and release the low vibration of thinking that we're just victims, but to embrace the reality that we are masters. That's the two. That's the two differences. We're not victims. We're masters.
We are.
We
We have creative power.
we have the
And we
creative
have
power.
it
That's
at
right.
all
We
times.
got it at all
So
times.
since we have creative power and we have it at
Yep.
all times, learn. Let
Yep.
us learn. It would behoove us to learn to harness that.
Yep.
You talked about energy, electricity, and how when it's not harnessed, it can be harmful
It can
and
be harmful.
dangerous. But when it is harnessed, then it's incredibly beneficial
We can
because,
absolutely,
we have light and power.
absolutely. I'm going to read one statement out of the Way of Mastery. It says, "Freedom can only come to the mind that truly assumes complete responsibility for the creation of its experience, so that in any moment it recognizes that the thoughts, the perceptions, and the feelings that are coursing through the emotional body are arising within the sovereign domain of the soul being." That's such that's such a freeing statement.
Hmm.
Taking full responsibility for what we have created.
Hmm.
Now we take full responsibility for what we're going to create in our future by, in this particular moment, embracing the truth of who we are, embracing the reality that we have the ability to choose in every moment and to change the external by changing our minds.
Hmm.
We don't go try to change the external. That will wear you out. But you change your mind. And a lot of time, only thing that needs to change is our perception, the way we're looking at it. Like Gio said, there's a lesson on every corner.
Yeah.
And once we realize what this situation, what life is trying to teach us and embrace it, and then we can relax.
Jill says she hates Murphy's Law.
I know it.
It can only get better is a better phrase.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when we're even talking about, something that has happened, we can say, well, up until now, we're not trying to deny.
We don't deny what's
the
manifested,
facts that,
but what we do embrace is the reality that we can create something different.
exactly. A change mind in everything. Yes, Felicia, that's very, very much true. So I am so proud of me. I'm becoming proficient with my left hand.
Really
I'm
proficient.
just appreciating my left hand so much more.
So that's the end of our Truly Life lesson tonight. Really take away from here that you're a master of life. Just got to continue to practice and grow and mature and get new skill sets.
Yes.
So we don't avoid life, but that we meet it head on, so that we can grow and expand our skill sets and be able to create the life that we really love living. That's what we're doing.
Exactly.
That's exactly what we're doing. We're here tonight with you because we created this opportunity. And you're here with us tonight because you made a decision to be here in this hour with us. And we thank you for it. We don't take that for granted. And we're coming up to the top of the hour. So, as always, we like to end our broadcast on a good note, just the same way we started. We start with gratitude, and we like to end with loving kindness, I guess you might say. So, if you have been a regular with us, like we always like to end our broadcast with the Dalai Lama's loving kindness meditation. And it's our way of blessing you and blessing the world and blessing ourselves, because we can't bless you without blessing ourselves, because we realize that we're all one. We all enjoy the same life, the same love, the same blood, the same creator. There is no separation in transformation. I like that. There is no separation in transformation.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So
we're going to do the Dalai Lama's loving kindness meditation, which Oliver and I do as a blessing.
Right.
We thank you all for joining us, being here with us, and us all staying on our growing edge. So we bless you and all those that you hold dear in your heart.
So may you be truly happy.
May you live in peace.
May you live in love.
May you know the power of forgiveness.
And may you live in the recognition that your life has deep meaning and good purpose.
Thank you, Dalai Lama, for that.
Yes.
And then Oliver and I like to add, may you live in the awareness of who you truly are. And we extend this blessing to every being that's on the planet of the earth. So
thank you so much for being with us tonight. It has been a joy and a pleasure.
Yes.
And again, how about sharing this broadcast with your community? Go to our YouTube channel and subscribe and like. That
Yes.
only helps us to expand the message.
Yes.
And we're going to wish all of you the most peaceful Thanksgiving.
We'll see them before then.
No,
We will not.
Thanksgiving is Thursday.
Oh, well, right. Oh, that's right. Right
Yeah,
after.
we'll see them the day after
Right
Thanksgiving.
after.
Yeah. But we will be on next
be
Friday at 7.
Be safe, guys.
Yes, so
Be
we
happy.
yes, safe travel, be happy, and share your creative ability
Yes.
to just love family and friends, neighbors, doesn't matter. Choose to show up in the world
That's right.
as a lover because that's who you are. So thank
Well,
you so much.
I'm Yolanda.
And I'm Oliver. And
We're
we're
the
the
OK
OK
Blues.
Blues. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.